Hello. In this video, we will learn about the sequence function in Excel.
We can use the sequence function to generate a list of sequential numbers in an array. These arrays can be one-dimensional like a row or a column, or two-dimensional, which means it has rows and columns both. And the syntax of the sequence function is you have argument rows, which is the number of rows to return. Columns is optional, that's the number of columns you want to return. And then you can give a starting value. And then the step means the increment. So do you want to increase by 1 or like 10, something like that? So you can give the step value as well. So the column start and step arguments are optional. And we can use the sequence function to generate a numeric array inside other formulas and functions. So let's look at some examples. So let's say we want to create a column of numbers from 1 to 10. So we can write the function here equals sequence, and the rows here we want it as columns. So we only need one row, and then we need 10 columns. So I give the number of columns, and the start value is 1, and then the increment or the step is 1. So it will generate a number sequence from 1 to 10. Starting from 1 and increasing by 1. And I close the bracket and press enter. So I got 10 number sequence. So I got the number sequence as columns. Here actually the starting value and the step I can actually omit because the default values of start is 1 and default values of step is 1. So if I delete it like this, so as you know, for optional arguments, the default values will kick in if you omit them. So I will press enter and I still get the same number sequence. So what if I want, now here we had columns, what if I want numbers 1 to 5 in rows? So I can write the function equals sequence, and here I need rows. So I need 5 rows and the number of columns is 1. And I need not give the start and the step because basically I'm going to start from 1, which is the start value, default value. And the step is also 1. So I can just close this and press send. And I got a number list 1 to 5. So here we got numbers in columns as a one-dimensional sequence or array. So here we got a one-dimensional array in the form of rows. So we can create two-dimensional arrays as well. So two-dimensional means we have the rows and then the columns. So if I want to create a 4 by 4, that means 4 rows by 4 columns array, and I want 16 cells there. So it will contain 16 cells. And the values I need to be 1 to 16. So I can type the function like this, equals sequence. So rows, I need 4 rows. Columns, I need 4 columns. And I need to start from 1 and I need to step by 1. So if I want, I can omit those start and the step numbers. So I will just enter that for clarity and press enter. And you see, I got a 2 by 2 array of numbers starting 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. And then the second row, it starts from 5, so on until we get 16. Let's see how we can generate the numbers 10 to 50 in 5 columns. So here the increment is increasing by 10, or the step is 10. So I will write the function equals sequence. So I need only one row and I need 5 columns and starting from 10, and the increment is 10 as well. So it's increasing by 10. And I got 10 to 50 in columns. So I can say do the same thing in rows. So I write the function like this, sequence. So I need now 5 rows and 1 column, and starting from 10 and increasing by 10. Step is 10. And press enter. I got it as rows. And here we want sequential numbers 5 rows by 5 columns starting from 10 and incrementing by 10. So I can just type equals sequence. So I need 5 rows, 5 columns starting from 10 and incrementing by 10. And I got the array in 5 by 5. And here we want to count from -100 to 0 in increments of 10, and we want it in rows. So here we will have 11 numbers because we are starting from 0 and incrementing by 10. So we will need 11 cells to contain the data. So we will write the function equals sequence. So number of rows is 11 because we are starting from 0. And then we need 1 column. And we are starting with -100 now. So we just type -100 and incrementing by 10. So that means from -100 we are going to keep on adding tens. And press enter. And I got -100, -90, likewise until we reach 0. Here we want to count down from 10 to 0. So the increment or the step will be 1. So we can write the function like this, equals sequence. So I need 1 row and I will need 11 columns because we are starting from 10 and going to 0. And then we are going to start from 10 and the step is -1. So we are going to reduce from 10 -1 until we reach 0. And I press enter. So I got 10, 9, 8 like that until we reach 0. The sequence function is very useful when you want to generate sequence of dates. So when we are building financial models, we need maybe month ends or year ends like that. And we need a sequence of that. So we can use the sequence function to generate sequence of dates. So let's say I want to generate a list of 10 days starting from today, and I need it in columns. So I can write the function this way, equals sequence. So I need in columns, so I will put 1 as rows, 1 row, and I need 10 days, so 10 columns. And for the start, I can give today, basically today's date, and I can use the today function for that. Can type today and close the bracket. So that's the date function today, and put a comma. And the step I will put incrementing by 1 and press send. So I got the numbers generated. So because formatting doesn't get applied automatically, I'm getting the serial number of the dates. So I can select the dates like this and go to format, and I will select short date. And I see from today increasing by 16th April to 17th April, 1 day at a time. So I got a sequence of 10 days. I can also create a list of 10 days or n number of days starting from a given date. So let's say I want to get a list of dates starting from 30th August 2024. So I need 10 days starting from here. So I can write the function like this, equals sequence. So I need 1 row and 10 days, so 10 columns. And the date, I can hard code the date using double quotations. I can give 30th August 2024 and close with double quotation. And then the step, I will put 1 day, so 1, and present. So again, if I do the formatting, short date, so I will start from 30th August, 31st August onwards like that until I reach 8th of September, so that is 10 days. So here I basically hard coded the date into the formula like this, 30th August 2024 in double quotations. I can also link it to a cell like this. So I can write, in that case, I can write it like this, sequence. So I need again 1 row, 10 columns, and the start date, I can give the cell reference C106 and step of 1 and present. So again, I need to do the formatting, short date. So I get the same date sequence. What if I want to generate a list of, let's say, 12 days corresponding to the first day of the month for all months in the year? So I want every first of each month to be generated. So I can do like this, equals. Here I will need to use the date function eDate. So you can see the eDate returns the serial number of the date, indicated number of months before or after the starting date. So I can give from starting date, I need 12 months or whatever, and the eDate function will generate those dates. So I start with the eDate, and then I need to give the starting date. So for starting date, I will give the date 1st of January 2025 within double quotations. So that's the start date. And for the number of months, I can use a sequence function for that. So sequence. So here I need numbers in columns. So 1 row, and I need 12 columns. So here I want to start from the first month I've given, which is January. So I'll put 0 there. And for step, I will put 1. And close that bracket and close the eDate bracket. I got the dates generated. Let's format it. Short date. So I start from 1st of January 25. I got 1st of February 25, 1st of March, so on, so until I go to 1st of December 2025. So that's 12 months of dates. So if I want, I can actually give the start date like this. I copy this, paste it over here. Let's give 1st of January 25 as a cell. So I can use the same function here. Let's copy that, Control C. And I will come here, paste Control V. And then I will change the hard-coded date from here to this cell reference, C112. And I will get the dates generated the same way. So let's change the format, short date. And I got the same dates. So you can either hard code it like this, the start date, or use a cell reference for the start. So here, what if I want to generate the next n months from a given date? So n can be any number. So I have a starting date and I want to get a sequence of dates which can be a given number of months. So in this case, I want 12 months of dates from this starting date. So I'll start the function here. So I will start with eDate again. And I give the starting date. And then for the number of months, I again need to use a sequence function. Sequence. And I can give starting. So I need one row. And the number of columns will be the number of months I'm going to give in this cell. So I will use that cell reference C122 and I will start from the given month. So I will put 0 and I will have a step of 1. And I will close the two brackets and press enter. So if I change the formatting, short date. So I got the date starting from 15th March. So next one is 15th April. So the same date, but the months are changing. So I'm getting the same date, but the months are increasing up to 12 months from the starting date. For accounting purposes, most of the time we don't need these odd dates like this, but we need the month end. So let's try to generate the next n month ends from a given date. So starting from this date, I want the month ends of the next 12 months to be given as a sequence. So for financial models and forecasts and things like that, we can generate the month ends using this function. So to get month ends, I will use the EO month or end of month function. So it's EO month as a date function end of month. And then for the start date, I give the date from this cell. And for the months, I will use a sequence function. So this is how we commonly feed a sequence into other functions. So we just type sequence. And for the rows, I need one row. And for the number of months or the columns, I need 12. So I refer to that cell. And I want to start from the given month, so 0. And then increment or step of 1. So it goes two brackets and press enter. And now if I select and then do the short date format. So now I got month ends we started from 15th March. So I give an odd date. So the month end of March is 31st and April is 30th. So likewise, every month end is given correctly and February is 28. The date is 28. So it has correctly given me the month ends for 12 months starting from this month, this date. We can actually generate using the same formula we created here, months exceeding 12 months. So let's say we want to have a sequence of 24 months or 2 years. I can just change this to 24. And if I come and see, so we went from here, from 31st March. This is 1 year. And then onwards, formatting is not applied. So I need to do the formatting. Let's check whether it's correct. I'll change the formatting first. So we change it to short date. And you see, after 28th February 23, it has then gone to 31st March 23. So that's correct. So the function can handle more than 12 months as an argument. So it correctly calculates the number sequence. So whatever number of months you want to get, let's say for 5 years, you can use 60. So you can just input that into the function and you will get a end of month sequence going to that number of months. So here, if you want to have the sequence of dates going by months and not by dates, you can do that by using the text function. So if I type over here, there's a function text. And if I select that, and if I give this cell as the cell reference, I can give whatever the format I want for it to be converted to. Let's say I want it as March 2022. I can type within double quotations MMM dash YYYY, 4 Ys. And I can close the bracket and press enter. So I got March 2022. So if I want to have, instead of I want the whole month name, like March, I can add another M here. So that will give the whole month name. And if I want just the last 2 digits of the year, I can reduce this to 2 Ys. And I got March 2022. So this kind of format I can use inside the function to change the dates into this form. So here I got the date sequence here. So I can type the function here, text. And for the value, I will select this cell over here, B137. And since I want to refer to the whole spill range, I will use the hash operator like this. B137 hash, so it will select all of the dates. And I will put a comma. And then I can give the format I want to use for the date. So in this case, I will go with MMM and YYYY, 4 Ys to get the full year. And close the bracket and press enter. So I got this in this format. So this 31st March has become March 2022. 30th April has become April 2022, like that. So if I want, actually I can wrap this whole function inside the text function like here and get it at once. So I will just copy this, Control C, and let's come here. I will paste it like this. And forget the same numbers. So I will start at the beginning over here and insert the text function. So the whole function will be now wrapped inside the text function to do the formatting. So I use text and I will come here and I can give the date format I want. So I will again use MMM dash YYYY, double quotation and close bracket and press send. So I got the same dates already formatted. So here, of course, I referred to this cell range using the hash operator and converted it after I have calculated the sequence. If I want to straight away calculate the sequence and then change the date format also, I can put the year month function with the sequence inside the text function like this. So it will get the same results.
Thanks for watching.